Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris, home of the thrilling Manitoba Stampede. Nestled as the central hub on Highway 75, Morris is more than a town. It's a thriving nexus of business and community, with new industrial opportunities ready to break ground. Join us and make Morris your next investment.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a gas bar, a home center, or a food store. A co-op is a group of people working together to help each other, to feed, to fuel, to build community. This is where we work. This is where we live. This is who we are. We are early risers. We are trusted neighbors. We are committed to serving you. We are Co-op.
Paul Brandt Trucking, a chance meeting years ago that turned into an incredible friendship. Turns out we have the same name. Now that's something that doesn't happen every day. But as I've had the opportunity to work with this exceptional award-winning company, I've come to understand that there is something that happens every day with Morris, Manitoba's Paul Brandt Trucking. They deliver quality. Paul Brandt Trucking has helped me to do business better. My trucking company of choice since they first appeared in the Convoy video. Their world-class fleet and personnel literally keep the show on the road, delivering our gear and stage production each and every night. Congratulations, Paul Brandt Trucking, on 50 years of traditional values, modern methods, and for service with excellence on every single run. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.
Saving for your child's education doesn't need to be stressful. Access offers a wide range of investment options to help you and your family's future, like a registered education savings plan. With the flexibility to deposit anytime throughout the year, you decide when and how much to contribute, making it easy to save for your child's education. Contact us today to start your savings plan so you can spend more time celebrating your child's future. Access Credit Union, where you need us to be.
Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris.
Welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Billy Brown, with my cameraman, Josh Keck, and we're ready here to get underway here shortly. And we have a good hockey game. Tonight it's the Pembina Valley Twisters, ready to start off the playoffs against the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Twisters enter this one 27-14-4 in the year. That's good enough for second place. Meanwhile, the seventh place Raiders come in at 22. Good afternoon, hockey fans. I'm your host, Billy Brown, with my cameraman, Josh Keck. It's the Pembina Valley Twisters. Sorry there about the audio. Coming into this one to start off the playoffs, and their record 27-14-4 on the season. Meanwhile, the seventh place Raiders 22-21-4. As we look at their regular season coming into this one, in their 5 games against each other, was the Raiders finding themselves ahead of the Twisters at home in the first game of the season series, and then the Twisters came back to sweep them in the next 4. And with that, we're ready here to go shortly. And their top point scorers coming into this one for the Pembina Valley Twisters, they got Derek Weeb. He led them in scoring with a total of 67 points. He had 20 goals and 47 assists on the year. Meanwhile, Merrick DeGrave, not too far behind him, he had 64 total points with 27 goals, 37 assists. Both those players in the top 5 in scoring. Raiders Junior Hockey Club, their top scorer was number 18, Nate Gudbranson, and he comes in this one 53 points on the year, 32 goals, 21 assists. And with that, we'll get right to the action here shortly as both teams get ready to take the ice. And we got some action in the earlier games already going on here in this one. It's the Twins leading St. Boniface 1-0 to start that one off with an early lead. And as we also look at the keys of success in this one, and for the Twisters, will be to keep their power play unit rolling. Number 1 in the league coming into this one at 27%. Their goals for per game coming in just under 4, and that kind of fell near the end of the season. They hope to raise that back up. And goals against average per game comes in around 3. And same with the Raiders, averaging a goals for of 3.5, a goals against average of 3.7. So it should be a decently good scoring hockey game here. You also got 2 of the top goaltenders working in this one. And we'll be with you here with the live feed here shortly. And we'll see you in about 5 minutes here for puck drop.
Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris, home of the thrilling Manitoba Stampede. Nestled as the central hub on Highway 75, Morris is more than a town. It's a thriving nexus of business and community, with new industrial opportunities ready to break ground. Join us and make Morris your next investment.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a gas bar, a home center, or a food store. A co-op is a group of people working together to help each other, to feed, to fuel, to build community. This is where we work. This is where we live. This is who we are. We are early risers. We are trusted neighbors. We are committed to serving you. We are Co-op.
And Logan Ends leads his Pembina Valley Twisters here onto the ice. Raiders, they went out, pulled out their old throwback black uniforms to match up here against the Twisters. Twisters going with their standard home white, black, and maroon look. Meanwhile, the Twisters come in today's game on a 4-game losing streak. When a couple of games didn't mean much for them as they had their second place locked up. Raiders come in winners of their last 3 of 5 and hoping to ride that momentum here into Morris and try and pick up a win on the road. And the Twisters trying to get back in the win column.
Game number 1 against the visiting Raiders Junior Hockey Club and your Pembina Valley Twisters. Now this time, will you please rise if you're able and kindly remove your headwear for the plate of our national anthem.
Logan Ends getting the start tonight for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Comes in with 30 games under his belt in the regular season, giving him a record of 27-2-1. And with that, his goals against average of .93 and a save percentage of .914. Put him in the top 5 goaltenders. Meanwhile, Owen Savoy facing him down at the other side. He comes in here, 21 games played, goals against average of 3.89, a save percentage of .884, and a record of 11-10. Twisters control off the draw, and they'll work it up the far side, deflected all the way in, icing waved off, and giving chase already to start it off, laying a nice hit. Come the Twisters out of the boxes. Xander Carrolls gets it back, and now quick shot on net, loose rebound, and jamming at it in front. Couldn't find the back of the net. Was that opportunity for Ryan Orchard after laying the hit early. Xander Carrolls, his shot save made by Savoy. He'll push it to the side. Now come all the way around behind the net, where the Raiders will fight for that puck, trying to scoop it up here. A team that we haven't seen in a while. Meanwhile, the Twisters trying to work it ahead forward, and now picked up by Goodbranson. And he can't get out of the zone. Twisters play it right back in. And Hadlin, he'll try and get it out of there. Working it back. And Mel Melstead will help his team get that puck up and out as Whiteside walks in. And he'll fire that in on net. Ends will glove it down and hold on for a whistle. And that's how we start this one off here. So Twisters, a quick start with opportunity banging at the door. Savoy has the answer so far early in this one. And Las Vegas off the draw. Twisters will pick it up and just get that out of the zone. That's going to touch the netting, bring the stoppage in play, and bring the draw inside here. And they'll get ready to redo. And Las Vegas there into face Mick DeGrave on the draw. And this time DeGrave wins it back to Van Dynes. Van Dynes behind the net, loose puck, now stolen by the Raiders. Raiders working with it, and Van Dynes with a quick stick makes a nice play, but then turns it over. And the Raiders walk the line. There's a quick shot, and that rings all the way around by Daniel. And picked up by the Twisters in the defensive zone, trying to get it out. Off a couple sticks, and now Sutherland able to work it a weeb and try and get something going. Nice hit there by the captain, Jacob Carrolls, ending the rush there. And Daniel, he'll walk in with the puck, looking all the way around behind the net, trying to find a man. Saucer it over, and that shot gets blocked by DeGrave on that opportunity. And Dandino again plays it around and into the zone. Raiders go for a change, so do the Twisters. And in that scrum for the loose puck, they're still fighting at it. Senchuk in there. And played ahead forward. Now the Raiders, they'll work it back. Before just Senchuk will just send it in behind the net. Ends goes out to play it. As the Raiders keeping some pressure here on the Twisters. Haven't got much opportunities out of it, and Ends paddles that one aside. In the skirmish there for the puck, Twisters trying to kick it ahead and get it out there. Still fighting at it. There's Clark with the down Raider. A couple of Raiders fell down there, and here's an opportunity for Paulette and the Twisters on the near side, and they'll play that one in. Savoy sticks it into the corner. Twisters first back, and they have opportunity here to play it as they get pinned against the far boards. Now Clark goes behind the net. He'll work it to Paulette. Paulette trying to pick up that puck. He loses it in his skates. Russell, though, he'll have it at the point, and his shot's just wide of the net. And Wood, he'll get a shot, trying to get it on net again, just wide. Senchuk now, he'll work it ahead forward to his captain. And Jack Alexiak will just play it in on net. Ends will leave it behind for Russell. And Russell, from out behind his own net, aired on that pass, and that's going to be, as icing's waved off, they're going to play on dangerously off the side of the net. Still jamming at it. Raiders trying to get it out. Dick plays it into the zone. And Kills, he'll pick up that loose puck. And that comes in on net, and Alexiak will hold on for a whistle. 16:21 left to go here in the opening frame. Shots are knotted up at 3. And the Twisters changing it up. They got Riley Gertson's line coming out there, along with Sutherland and Joliker. Sutherland skates in for the draw. And meanwhile, Henry's going to get waved. Southern Hill win the draw back to the point. Across to Dick. His shot through traffic. Rebound. It lay there. The Twisters couldn't bang it in the back of the net. Puck rolling around. And trying to control that bouncing puck as the Raiders turn it over to Joliker. Joliker waits. Shot. And again, just getting enough of that one is Savoy. Loose puck again, still fighting with it. Joliker, he'll turn that one over. And the Raiders here on the near side working their way ahead forward is Henry. And the traffic there will just tell him to play it in as that gets picked up by Hepner. Mike Hepner now works his way right through the center of the ice, through the defense. Centers it for Joliker, and he just missed the net there on that one. As the Raiders, they work it up the other way, and that gets cleared all the way down off a glove of a Twister. But nope, they're going to say they didn't touch it. It's going to be icing. Here's a look at Joliker's opportunity down low from Hepner. And he just couldn't bat it in behind Savoy. DeGrave now set in for the draw. He beats Henry on that one. There's a slap shot by Van Dynes. Missing the net. Carrolls can't hold the line. They're going to say he did. And Weeb plays it ahead forward. Now Weeb gets it back from Carrolls as he brushes off the hip, putting the puck in, bouncing puck. And the Raiders trying to get it out of their own zone, giving chase. Jacob Carrolls bumps his man off the puck, and that hits Gerd and goes out of play into the Raiders bench. And that's going to bring the draw outside of the zone as it is off Gerd. The Grave in for the draw against Whiteside. And the Raiders controlling now here. Dandino in the defensive zone. Again, a little bit off on the pass for Klippenstein. That comes all the way down the ice and it's going to be an icing. So both teams still feeling each other out. You got a playoff atmosphere in this one here on how they're playing. It's definitely been different compared to the last couple of Twisters games coming into the postseason here. And the Twisters win the draw. It's Carrolls. Van Dynes a shot through traffic. Rebound lay loose in front. Twisters couldn't get a stick on it. Van Dynes lays a nice hit down against the side glass. And Carrolls, he'll work it ahead for it. Bouncing puck off Clark and now to Klippenstein. And he'll work it over the zone. Walking in, there's a quick shot save made on the opportunity there from Humanock. And the Twisters are able to work it out of the zone. Right side, he'll work it to Dandeo, then. They'll work it now all the way over to Clark on that far side, into the skates of Whiteside. As he'll play it in behind the Twisters' net. 6 gone in the opening frame as the Twisters work it out. Long stretch pass, doesn't get to Orchard. And here come the Raiders as they walk into the zone out. Going to the backhand, centering, and no one there on the Raiders' opportunity. Klippenstein, he'll play that down low. Now working for the puck in the slot, and the Raiders couldn't get a shot away. Good traffic there by the Twisters. They play that out of the zone. And the Raiders step into the zone, play around all the way to the far side. We're getting bumped off the puck there is the 19 of Humanock. As the Twisters now controlling with Russell taking his way over the line and playing it ahead forward. Bergman in after that puck. As they still going at it there. Worked ahead forward. Oleksiak plays it in. And he'll leave it behind for Hepner. Hepner, he'll work it ahead. His pass just a little bit off. And again, a little bit of an error there. As here's a centering opportunity for Paulette. He still has it. He couldn't get a shot away. Now there's a shot. And somehow it stays out of the net. Oleksiak having a little bit of luck there. As Clark comes in with the hit, he catches Paulette going for the change. And Bergman trying to get it out. Good play there by the Raiders. As Haddon holds the zone and Ents holds on for a whistle. As we're near the midway mark of the opening frame. Here's a look at that scoring opportunity for Paulette this time. And Oleksiak sprawling around like a fish there in the crease, making the saves he needed to keep his team knotted up here at 0s apiece and staying perfect in the opening 7 minutes. Off the draw, it's Oleksiak and his Raiders controlling in the attack zone. Dangerously behind the net, and he gets the puck stripped of him. And they work that up to the Twisters' leading scorer, Weeb. Derek Weeb walks into the zone, looking for that cross pass, and he'll just get rubbed out by Highland. And the Raiders, they work that all the way around to Sanchuk. It's a little bit off on the play there, so he got caught behind it. Now picked up by Helden, trying to get the puck out of there. Still jamming at it. He made a nice play earlier on to rub Weeb out and not give that Twisters that scoring opportunity. And Sanchuk trying to go the other way. Can't get past Jacob Karras, the last line there of defense for the Twisters before a 2-on-1 break could develop the other way for the Raiders. And the puck off the roof, bringing a stoppage in play here at 11:53. Shots are 7-4 in favor of the home Pembina Valley Twisters. Raiders, they work it now into the zone. Dedeno dodges a hit from Russell and continues on as Wood plays that out of his reach to Riley Gertson, who's had a couple of hot streaks over the season and gets set down there pretty handily by Oleksiak, the captain there. Our correction there has Clark on the hit as now they work it out of the zone. Henry waiting. He'll give that to Clark. Clark stepping in. And he trucks through his man, and that's Wood. Still holding it at the line is the Raiders, and Joliker breaks that up. Nice play by him. Gertson couldn't control that puck. Clark plays it in. And Whiteside first one back. He takes a hard bump from Joliker off the puck, as the Twisters have definitely been playing some more of their physical hockey than they play normally, as Kupachuk plays that one in for the Raiders as they press here in the attack zone. Twisters clear that into the net, bring a stoppage in play. And here's a look as Clark's hit on Riley Gertson. And Gertson skating up, Clark walks in and lays a nice hit right in front of his bench there, and certainly trying to give them some momentum here. Down the shot clock, still right in this game, gnawed up at zeros, and playing a decent part here, as I'd say they are kind of carrying the pace of play, though it's been very even as off the draw again the Raiders win it. And just past Whiteside, he couldn't pick that one up. Kupachuk, though, he'll just play it ahead forward at the line. That's picked up by the Twisters. And working it out of the defensive zone to Wood. And icing waved off. Kupachuk not too happy about that as he motions to the official. Here come the Raiders, though, going the other way as Klippenstein works it ahead ice. And again, just couldn't keep the puck on him. Good defensive work by the Twisters as Xander Carrolls gets it out of the zone. Walking in, Hepner to Carrolls. Carrolls fires across, and the Twisters couldn't finish again. Another opportunity for them that they missed, and Dick just plays that one in on net, right into the chest of the goaltender, and Owen Savoy will hold on for a whistle due to the applaud of the visiting Raiders fans. And there's the opportunity on the centering pass from Xander Carroll's correction, as Xander Carroll's gets set in on the draw. Bouncing puck, Carroll's trying to win it out of there. It's the Raiders, though, prevailing with the puck as Halden works it around to the far side boards. Hepner plays it in. He gets it right back, though. And now works it in off of Cohen Thomas all the way around behind the net. And Raiders, they'll get that out for a bit. Twisters control at center ice and send it into the zone. And Twisters got a tag there on the line as now Paulette applies pressure here. And long stretch pass off the stick of Hamnock and into the zone for the Raiders. Clark picks it up for the Twisters. And now walking the other way. Looking backhand and a little bit off the mark. And here come the Raiders as they step in. Over the line, there's a shot in the flash of the leather there by Enns. Keeping some action in that and getting his bit and showing some style. Well, getting to be able to be part of the game. And yes, we will mention there that there's Logan Clark on the Seven Oaks Raiders and also Cody Clark on the Twisters. So there's two Clarks in this one. Off the draw, Oleksiak jamming at it and knocked off there by the 19 of Merrick DeGrave. DeGrave off a couple sticks and getting it out. There's Jacob Carrolls as he'll play it in on the go-ahead from Van Dynes. As Carroll's who shift back to the line where Van Dynes will feed it to him. Bounces over his stick, plays it in, brushes off the hit. And that loose puck behind the net. Now a little bit of pushing and shoving, seeing if there's some extracurricular activity as Weeb is fighting at it there. It looks like with Dendano. And DeGrave, pressured by Alexiak as both the number one lines out here for both teams. As Weeb lays the hit back with Dendano as they got probably some chirping going on in between the whistles as well. Working at it now, back to the line for Van Dynes. He'll play it to a little bit of miscue there to no one, and the Raiders, they get their stick on it. And on the skirmish for the puck, that's kicked ahead forward by Gallagher. And there's a shot on net just wide by the Twisters. DeGrave scoops up the loose puck. He'll work it back to the line for Carrolls. Twisters doing a change as Joliker comes out there, gets a puck in the slot off his skate. Couldn't do nothing about it. And Sanchuk tries to take it the other way. Joliker, though, breaks that up. And he's had a great first period. And walking in, DeGrave firing. And the flash of the leather again by Savoy. Getting the cheers here from the visiting crowd. And a good showing tonight by both fans here. As Seven Oaks well traveled here for the start of the playoffs. And they get set here on the draw. We'll see if Sutherland gets waived, and yes, he will. Riley Gertson comes in, and he'll lose that one to Henry, but gives chase right away. Henry picks up the puck. Henry in his own zone, and he'll work it out. Raiders walk in, and still fighting at that loose puck. It's controlled by the Twisters in the stick fight for it. At the line, Kupchuk holds. Jabbing at it, Henry goes in to assist the Raiders there in the attack zone, and now here's a chase going the other way for Gertson, and he gets out muscled to the puck. A good back chop there by the Raiders defense, breaking that one up. And fanning on that one there is Wood. He takes a little bit of a shot there, and the Twisters able to get it out of the zone. Raiders. Long stretch play, now working the puck ahead, and they again just couldn't hold on to that one as Klippenstein now works it ahead, but just off the couple sticks, and Dick plays it the other way, and he'll get knocked out for a bit there by Klippenstein, and stands right back up as it's been a highly physical first period, and making it a good, exciting hockey game as there's the icing with 6:27 on the clock. Shots are 9-5 in favor of the Twisters here in this one. And talk about the Raiders game plan. As we said, the Twisters trying to make the most of their power play opportunities. This Raiders team is a team that likes to sit back, jump on other teams' mistakes, not get many shots on net, but make the most of their scoring opportunities. And that is not what they have done tonight. They have come out, played a totally different type of hockey, matching the Twisters, and really getting it going in that attack zone and getting some plays together and shots towards the net. And that just gets played in there by Orchard. And as we said, we talked about their first game out in Seven Oaks, and that is how the Raiders scored both their goals, jumping on the Twisters' mistakes. And Orchard walks in, fires, and holding on to that one again is Savoy. And that opportunity. Twisters changing it up here as DeGrave set in to take the draw here. And on the top with Melstead, it'll be the Twisters. There's a quick shot wide of the net by Weeb. He tried to go blocker side a little bit too fine, missed by a couple inches. Off a couple sticks here, and the Raiders, they'll get it out of the zone, and Van Dyne's taking some shots. The ref looking back and letting them play on. It's playoff hockey. It's going to take a lot for him to blow the whistle. He wants these boys to play. As Weeb walks in from Carroll's, and he'll play it in before getting rubbed out. Nice play there by the Raiders. Now a little bit of an error pass. They're trying to find Weeb. Carroll scoops it up instead. He takes a shot through traffic. Both get blocked. Weeb picks up the loose puck, scores! And the Twisters strike first in this one. It's their points leader who has been there taking the charge throughout the regular season. Striking first is Derek Weeb from the captain, Jacob Carrolls, starting the scoring off. And here's a quick look at the replay. And there's the opportunity from right there from Weeb and Carrolls, and there's the goal. Off the draw, Twisters walk in. Clark working back. And that gets pushed in. Still fighting with it now. Trying to jam at it. Clark, he'll move it back. And now into the zone there by the Raiders. Working at it here on the near side. Now Bergman jamming at it to Dick. And he'll play it in. And Alex Van Dyne's on the assist on the Twisters goal, as laying a nice hit there is Dick as the Raiders played in. Clark bats that one down to Paulette. They don't call a hand pass, and other than that, they just play right on. Savoy, he'll glove that loose puck as Paulette was coming down right in front of him. Sutherland skating in, ready here for the draw. And off the draw, picked off now here, and working the other way. There's a shot just wide of the net. And still jamming at it. Picked up now here by the Twisters. Long stretch pass. Now here's the opportunity for Gertson. Gertson, he gets knocked off. Sutherland couldn't pick up the loose puck in return. Still jamming at it. Henry on the near side working at it. Sutherland, he'll pick it up. He'll play in front. Back and forehand. And again, Savoy with the save. Back to the line. And that doesn't make it through traffic. Still working at it. Henry now going the other way, trying to get his team back in here with 3 to go in the opening frame. Twisters lead 1-0. Jamming at that loose puck, Cohen Thomas. He'll pick it up and he'll fire that in just wide of the net. And Xander Carrolls working with it. He'll play it behind the net where Henry will pick it up for the Raiders. Henry knocked off the puck there and he'll leave it behind the net. And now picked up and worked ahead forward by White. And all the way into Klippenstein. Klippenstein trying to put it on net. And Jacob Carroll's breaking that one up and taking his man out of the play as he brushes off that hit, getting the puck out of the zone via Ryan Orchard. Now all the way up to Xander Carrolls. Carrolls behind the net, looking, plays it in front, jamming at it, and it won't go. As Whiteside gets it out of there. And Halden trying to work it behind the goal line. Get it up to Klippenstein or someone. Dick, though, holds it at the line. Carroll's going to have a stick on the ice. He couldn't pick that puck up. And now the puck comes all the way out of the zone. Twisters play it right back in. Under 2 to go here. Raiders waiting patiently behind their net. Now working it up on the near side. Jamming at it into the zone. Waiting. Play across into the slot. And that won't go for the Raiders. Back to the point. Clark, his shot through traffic and holds on. And here is that opportunity there. Ends with the first save there, and he'll be a second as Clark steps into that one from a couple feet from the blue line. Off the draw. Still working with it. There's a shot through traffic just wide of the net by the Raiders. Raiders trying to get sneaky there in the backhand, and that won't go. And that gets flinged all the way around. Behind the net. Still jamming at it. And they play that in front. Trying to get it out to Grave. And he'll work it ahead forward. And Van Dynes plays it into the Raiders bench. That brings a stoppage in play here. 51 seconds right on the dot. Off the draw, Twisters clear that all the way. And Van Dynes gets taken down though. Icing waved off. Came right in front there of Savoy. As Clark works it. Back to Van Dynes through traffic. Savoy holds on. 33.2 seconds here in the opening frame. And Twisters here changing up their lines once more. As they get the number one line out there to Grave, he'll win it back to Van Dynes. His shot through traffic. And they'll hold on for a whistle. As Alexiak gets ready to take down DeGrave in the draw. And DeGrave beats him. Van Dynes, that shot deflected up and over the net out of play there. Off the stick of DeGrave, he'll come out of the zone. 29.5 seconds. DeGrave. Bouncing puck. And Kupachuk, he'll play that one across. And Whiteside, he'll walk in, leave it back. A nice play there. Alexiak fires that. And Ents puts the glove up and holds on for a whistle. 19.3 seconds on the clock. And the Twisters out shooting the Raiders. 15-7, they lead 1-0 on Derek Weeb goal. Raiders win it back off the draw. There's a quick shot on net. And that time Ends swallows that puck up, bringing in a whistle. As we dwindle down the clock all the way down to 11.4 as they get set to do it again. As Whiteside skates in on the draw and back to the point. Then the Raiders can't hold it. And that should basically do it here for the opening 20. As there goes the horn. It is the Twisters. It's the Twisters leading 1-0. They lead in the shots category 15-9. And the lone goal in that opening 40 minutes, coming at 5 minutes, coming 5 minutes into the period, exactly at the 15-minute mark. Here's Derek Weep finding the back of the net from Jacob Carrolls and Alex Van Dynes. And with that, we'll look at the playoff bracket here and how everyone sits. And there you go. We'll give you the updates in the scores around the league. We got all the series firing here in the opening day of the postseason of the MMJHL. And with that, midway through the second period, it's the St. James Canucks really leading the Transcona Railway Express. Neal and Osterman getting the scoring as they played one each period. Korskinski, the leading scorer for the Twins through the regular season. He had 4 minutes into the first period as they're in the middle of second right now, and they're leading the Reals on the road by a score of 1-0. Meanwhile, the Hawks, they battled hard against the Vicks to close out the regular season and get home advantage, and their leading scorer, another scorer who's in the top 5 when it was all said and done in the regular season. It's Hewing leading with the only goal in that one, and they got 5 to go in the opening frame out in Charleswood. I'm your host, Bentley Brownlow, with my cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you for second period action coming up shortly here.
Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris. home of the thrilling Manitoba Stampede. Nestled as the central hub on Highway 75, Morris is more than a town. It's a thriving nexus of business and community, with new industrial opportunities ready to break ground. Join us and make Morris your next investment.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a gas bar, a home center, or a food store. A co-op is a group of people working together to help each other, to feed, to fuel, to build community. This is where we work. This is where we live. This is who we are. We are early risers. We are trusted neighbors. We are committed to serving you. We are Co-op.
Paul Brandt Trucking, a chance meeting years ago that turned into an incredible friendship. Turns out we have the same name. Now that's something that doesn't happen every day. But as I've had the opportunity to work with this exceptional award-winning company, I've come to understand that there is something that happens every day with Morris, Manitoba's Paul Brandt Trucking. They deliver quality. Paul Brandt Trucking has helped me to do business better. My trucking company of choice since they first appeared in the Convoy video. Their world-class fleet and personnel literally keep the show on the road, delivering our gear and stage production each and every night. Congratulations, Paul Brandt Trucking, on 50 years of traditional values, modern methods, and for service with excellence on every single run. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.
Saving for your child's education doesn't need to be stressful. Access offers a wide range of investment options to help you and your family's future, like a registered education savings plan. With the flexibility to deposit anytime throughout the year, you decide when and how much to contribute, making it easy to save for your child's education. Contact us today to start your savings plan so you can spend more time celebrating your child's future. Access Credit Union, where you need us to be.
And hockey fans, we welcome you back. Just finishing Zamboni fishing a couple little laps here. I'm your host, Ben Brown, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. Got some updates there in the games around the league. So 4-1 Canucks expanding their lead over the Express with under 5 to go in the second frame. Meanwhile, the Reals battled back, got 2 in the second period, and late in that second period game, they are leading 2-1 against the Twins. And no update there on that Charleswood Hawks and St. Vital Vicks game. That's still 1-0 Hawks after 1 as they're still in the opening intermission. And teams just waiting here for the Zamboni to finish it. Was a little bit low here on propane, had to fill up, and that's what's caused a little bit of a delay here as Coach Brian Bernards goes out to check the ice, and with a couple of the ice makers here. And so do the referees, just out of range of the camera. And the Raiders, they're ready and set to go. Got some good ice to play. Might be a little bit wetter than usual. That hot water sure should freeze pretty quick. Savoy goes into his crease, and he's had a not too bad night. In this one, he has stood on his head early on, kept his team in this one, made a bunch of great saves that we've showcased early on. And with that one, his team only down by 1. Ends hasn't faced too much. Only 9 shots 15-9 in favor of the Penn Valley Twisters through 20. And we got your starting lineups here for the second period. And so I hear about the video cutting out. Go and fix that. We'll be back with you here shortly. And our apologies there. A little bit of some connection issues facing today as White wins it off the draw, and he'll work it to Gerd off the line. And again, we're sorry about that. Meanwhile, Ends, he'll work it around. And on the near side here, still fighting at it. There's Whiteside, his shot through traffic, and a save made. As they continue. There we go again. Sorry about a couple of technical difficulties. Start this period off, and apologize for that. Meanwhile, the Raiders going off to a quick shot, getting a couple shots in on net. There's another one through traffic just wide. Hepner jamming at it. They try and work it around on the near side. The Twister goes down. There's a quick shot in tight. Another save made there on that one. And the Twisters work it out. Bouncing puck comes all the way down the ice. And that gets sent to Whiteside. There's a shot in on net. That won't go. Puck comes into the zone. Whiteside getting rubbed out. Twisters now jamming down low at that puck, and they can't find the back of the net either. So the Twisters, again, just getting it in the offensive zone, forechecking and putting the pressure down as we talked about them relaxing coming into the playoffs, and we'll see how they started off. Well, they did exactly what they needed to do in this one. You know, their power play has helped them through the last 4 games. There's a quick shot wide of the net. And now back to Carroll's. But here they've came in here and we're seeing it right now as we speak. This forechecking going out there, jamming at those, getting those active sticks, breaking up the plays like Carroll's did there and getting the puck in that offensive zone already has really helped them. That's Humnock. He'll play it across, and that gets intercepted. Here come the Twisters as they walk in. Southern shot on net. And he'll hold on to that one. As the Raiders change it up, try and get something to go. They've had some opportunities here in the offensive zone, but as they've shown at the start of this period, struggled to get it out of the defensive zone off the draw. Twisters win again. Wood. His shot just wide and jamming out. It's Bergman. He can't do anything with it. Clark now. He'll work it for the Twisters. Behind the net. Bergman, he'll play it off the side of the net. Savoy couldn't glove it. And Clark, he'll work it back to the line. Russell jamming at it. And he can't do anything with it. Russell. He'll play that ahead forward and walking in. There's an opportunity for the Raiders. That won't go. Alexiak, he'll pick it up. And he'll get it right back. Kreslitz now with the puck. And a little bit off on that pass, but Alexiak makes the most of it, and that gets kicked into the corner. Nice play there by Enns, kicking it right back there as Kreslitz gets a shot on net. Meanwhile, Alexiak hits the ice, and here go the Twisters as they walk in, going the other way here with the puck, working around behind the net. Twisters from the blue line shot through traffic, and that won't go. As the Raiders, here they have an opportunity with Henry. He'll walk ahead forward with Gallagher. Gallagher now with the puck. He'll center in front, and a great active stick there. Mike Hepner breaking that one up. Now back to the point, and that shot just off the mark there. And bouncing puck picked off the stick of Henry, and here go the Twisters going the other way. As Cohen Thomas along, can't get on that puck. That was brought ahead forward by Ryan Orchard. Thomas now plays it down behind the net, jamming at it. Alexiak stands, or correction, Savoy stands his ground. As that loose puck picked up now here by the Raiders. And Crenshaw, he'll play that across before going for a change and trying to bat that puck in. But sure. There's a shot by Henry, and Enns holds on for a whistle. So, a quick, good, exciting opening 4 minutes here to start off the second period. Raiders getting back in and narrowing down the deficit on the shot clock and trying to find a way yet to solve ends in this one, and they'll have to do a lot in order to do that. As that gets iced all the way down, maybe a hard rush for Van Dynes. Still a step behind the Raiders, and it's going to be an icing against the Twisters there. Just couldn't get it stride for stride there. As Enns gets set and ready for the faceoff coming here to his left. As DeGrave in on the draw, he'll win that one. Picked up by the Raiders. There's a shot in on net, bouncing puck against the side of the net. Enns comes back into his crease. Jamming out. We got our first penalty of tonight's game. And it is going to the Pembina Valley Twisters. I think it's going to be a tripping call. And we'll wait for the signal here from the ref. It's a rough. Here's a look at the replay. And it's going to be Kyle Van Dynes. And it's right there. That shot there is what they called them on. Power play opportunity number 1 of the night here for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. And their power play unit coming in a measly 14.8%. Twisters penalty kill. Pretty close to the top of the league as all the teams there tied for second place. There's 3 of them up there in 83% range. And Twisters come in 83% on the dot as White plays it across and seeing if the Raiders can make the most here of their man advantage and knock this one right back up. As Alexiak with the puck, looking. He'll lead it on. Shot through traffic and ends, holds on for a whistle and the opportunity from White. And before they set to take the draw here, Bears changing it up. Hamnock set in against Xander Carrolls as Carroll strolls into the draw. Raiders win that one. They'll work it down low. Now to Hamnock. Hamnock, he'll cut towards behind the net, knocked off his stick. Hook it back to Alexiak at the line. Alexiak looking. Shot from the ring net line, and Ends got just enough of that to push that one wide. And knocked off the puck there by the Raiders. White works it to Hamnock, and that shot doesn't get through the traffic. Played in and around there by Croswell's. Now working with it. Here comes Xander Carroll's trying to go the other way. Alexiak picks it up here for the Raiders. Stretch that over. Crunchworth's with the puck now. Walking in. And Hepner picks him off. Raiders, they control it now. And they'll get worked up back to the point. Still jamming at it. And now behind the net come the Raiders, and Hepner knocks the puck off the stick, and that'll come all the way down the ice. 20 seconds and counting on the man advantage. Got 14:10 on the clock as the Raiders come out from behind their own net. It's Clark. Clark to Jack Alexiak. Alexiak into the zone. There's a shot on net. Ends plays it into the corner. 5 seconds on the man advantage as Alexiak puts it in on net. Ends freezes. And this will be the last draw now here of the 5-on-4. 2 seconds remaining on the Van Dynes roughing. And shots this period. 11 for the visiting Raiders. Twisters 3. Off the draw, man's out of the box. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Raiders couldn't capitalize on their opportunity. DeGrave behind the net. Twisters getting right to it here in the attack zone following the penalty kill. There's a shot just wide of the net. As one player lost their stick behind the net. There's a Raiders. He picks it up. Meanwhile, Weeb shot through traffic trying to find a second of the night. Puts it well wide. And DeGrave, he'll work it back to the point for Van Dynes. Off a couple sticks of Whiteside. Now walking in come the Twisters. Alexiak can't reach it. And it comes back to the point for Van Dynes, who puts it off the glass. Garrett, he'll work it ahead ice. And still fighting at it. And going through the contact is Klippenstein, and Ends picks up that puck off Klippenstein's sticks. Hits the Raider. Too many men is not going to happen there. You can count if you want, but that was also close. Meanwhile, Joliker takes it the other way. Back to Hepner and across to Van Dynes, who plays it in. Now back to the point. Van Dynes passes it across. There's a shot, and couldn't really get the net there as Joliker plays it in. And now the Raiders finally get control of the puck since they were on the power play. As a quick work into the zone with it, and the Twisters controlling the defensive zone. Is a nice play by them. And Cresswell gets it out of there. Continue to get played in by the Raiders. Gertson, his pass off to Sutherland as he hit the ice. And Kazuk now walks in through traffic. And he hits the ice. A couple players hit the ice there. Don't know if it's a little bit more fine there with that water on it that they're trying to sort out. Meanwhile, Henry goes the other way, 2-on-1. And off the stick there, that won't become of anything for the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club as Joliker. He'll leave it back. Nice pass to Gertson, who fires a couple feet wide of the net. Jamming at it. down low, still fighting for that puck. Joliker working hard out there, and that comes all the way out to Wood. He'll play it across now to Russell as we near the 11-minute mark here in the middle frame. And that comes all the way down the ice. Twisters give chase, and we got an icing coming up here at 11-12. Off the draw, Poet. His shot won't go. Still working with it. Raiders. They play the head forward into the zone. Watch Veo with the puck. He gets knocked off. Still fighting at it now down low. Trying to get some help. Working with it. Back to White at the point. His shot just wide of the net. As Klippenstein was able to get it out of that scrum. There's a shot on net. Ends kicks it in to the side, and Clark, he'll try and get it out for the Twisters. Klippenstein picks that up. And now out of the zone where White will pick it up. White, he'll play that across for Howland. Now to Alexiak. Alexiak walks into the zone. Looking, firing in on net. Ends just scoops that up for a whistle as we are right near the midway mark here of the hockey game. 10:19 on the clock. Shots 22-18 in favor of the visitors as the Raiders Junior Hockey Club has been putting the pressure on the Twisters, and on ends has had the answer every single time. As Alexiak goes into the draw, and that puck comes out of the zone, Heldon picks it up. He'll work it to White. White, and that'll get played in off the stick of Gallagher. And jamming at it down low is the 22 of Kakraz. And pardon me there. Working with it now. There's a chance there for the Twisters at center, and that won't go. Back to Hepner. And he'll work it to Weeb. Shot through traffic. And on that opportunity there again, you saw the flash of the leather from Owen Savoy as Hepner just plays it on, and a nice chance by Weeb, but fired it to get a little bit away there from Savoy, a little bit too close to the center of the net from what he would like. And off the draw, Whiteside a little bit of a tangle up there. Twisters push the puck in deep. Klippenstein tries to get it out as he's out there with Clark. And meanwhile, chasing it down, icing waved off. Carrolls picks it up, now gets bumped off the puck. Picked up by Weeb. Weeb to DeGrave. And DeGrave getting hacked at there by Gerd. He'll walk right through the center of the Raiders and draw a penalty. Twisters got their first power play of the night coming up. And it's going to start right here with 9:15 on the clock. Here's a look at the replay. And DeGrave draws the hook as he comes through traffic right there. See if we can get the number there. It's a 15 of Devin Whiteside. We'll get the hooking penalty. Time of the penalty, 10:45. Bergman out there here for the power play. Number one in the league, 27% against the penalty kill here of 76.2 for the Raiders. Twisters, they walk in. Bergman with the puck. He'll play it in. Back to Van Dynes, and he'll turn that one over. And a nice play there by the Raiders, clearing the zone and going for a change is Kuzik. Now working behind the net. Here come the Twisters. Bergman plays it on. Walking into the zone. Back to the line for Russell. And pass Hepner all the way to DeGrave. 78 seconds on the power play remaining here for the Twisters, as they haven't smashed one shot on the power play so far. And going through traffic trying to find a hook there was the Raiders. That got in with the nice hit there by Twisters. Alexiak firing in, and that was the best opportunity of the man advantage was the Raiders going the other way. Here's a look of what the Raiders wanted to hook. Working their way through traffic, not much, and a nice hit there by the Twisters to finish off the play as the Raiders saw their moments before that. Alexiak shot Nez. Alexiak goes right in for Morrow on the draw. He'll win it back to White. And really, these penalty kill units taking the cake here and showing these teams how to play some hockey that's odd man. Walking in. Sutherland can't do much with it. Picked up here by the Twisters. Twisters walking in and looking back to Carroll's is Van Dynes with 30 seconds of the man advantage remaining as DeGrave across for Van Dynes to Carroll's. Carroll's to DeGrave, now down low for Van Dynes. Back to DeGrave to Carroll's. Carroll's shot through traffic just wide of the net. Southern rubs his guy out. DeGrave also went into going into pinch there was Van Dynes, and White will send it the other way with under 10 on the man advantage. And the Raiders head coach there really giving it to his penalty killers, really happy of their course of play. As Carrolls gets it to Hepner, man's out of the box, even strength, both penalty kills have been perfect so far. DeGrave walks in, bounces off some hits, and plays that down low to Orchard. Orchard to Hepner. Hepner is shot through traffic, save made, rebound, jamming at it. And the Twisters couldn't find anything home, and that time it finally gets in on Savoy, and he'll easily just freeze that puck for a whistle at 6:49. And we got an update here, shots here in this period. 6 for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Meanwhile, a total of 14 for the Raiders, who have had these opportunities. Can't solve ends yet as Hamanuk now gets it right back from Los Vio. And they'll play that right in down low for Hamanuk. Bouncing puck picked up by the Twisters. Here's a break for Orchard off his skates. Couldn't do much of that. Clark's right on him. And he'll play that away from Clark. Bouncing puck now comes to Hepner, and he fires that one just wide. Carroll's crashing the boards. Couldn't find the puck. And the Raiders got some 2-on-2 hockey going the other way with Logan Clark. And Dick bringing in to that opportunity. Still jabbing at that puck down low. Fischak starting off that opportunity going the other way. And now it'll be worked back here to Dick and trying to get it into the zone. Walking in come the Raiders. And that cross ice pass just can't fall. Trying to find Scholler. And here's an opportunity. All alone, backhand. And he just couldn't get a shot away. Was Olicher, and Joliker found his way. All alone, couldn't find the back of the net on that one and put her home. Meanwhile, Wood now with the opportunity of his own. He spins down and picked up there by his teammate. Now back to Joliker. Joliker, he'll play that in. Bouncing puck to the side of the net. Nearing the 5-minute mark remaining here in the middle frame. Raiders trying to go the other way. And they dodge some traffic. Joliker plays it on to Russell. Sutherland plays it back to Russell now. Russell gets past Klippenstein, walks in. Fires it on net. Guard pushes him into the boards. And clears the way there for the Raiders to get it out. Carrolls, he'll play it in off some skates. And Joliker bumps his man off the puck. Jacob Carrolls, his captain, will take it from him. And play it in front. Gertson, and he's centered. Joliker wasn't there to get his stick on the puck. Now to Carrolls. And in on net. And Savoy will hold on and bring a ceasefire. 4:24 on the clock here in the middle frame. Shots 24-23 as the Twisters reclaiming that status. Both teams has had great opportunities as the ref has to go in and break up. Sutherland going at it there with the 22 of Kretzwell. Kretzwerts, sorry about that. Off the draw, working at it. Gallagher, he can't get his stick on it. Alexiak working his way through traffic. Now picked up by DeGrave. Jamming at it. DeGrave working it ahead forward. Weeb, he'll play that across. And in around behind the net. Under 4 to go. Twisters with the puck in the attack zone. Weeb, he'll fork that back. Alexiak picks it up. And they'll work it ahead forward to White. White, he'll fire that in. Wide of the net. Rebound comes out dangerously. And trying to get it out of the zone. The Twisters will. As that gets played in. Here's the opportunity now here. Centering to Alexiak, and he can't get the puck. And comes all the way out. We got 6 men. And the Raiders not too happy about it. Well, got to go to, as a referee and the linesman talk, we'll go to the replay here and see how much we can count on the ice. So there's 3 Raiders right there. 1, 2, 3. We got a total of 6 there on the ice. Now, did the Raider coming on touch the puck before? Because if he's not part of the play, he has that split second to step on and off. And as the 224s, both captains, Jack Alexiak and Jacob Carrolls, wait for the verdict here. And we'll see if the Twisters will get a second power play opportunity or not. As the referee's still talking it forward and spent a good time there, especially with Jack Alexiak. So I think it's going to be a penalty. And looking how the refs come out, I would not be surprised if it gets right up in the zone. It'll be a face-off coming here to the left of Owen Savoy from judging from where the linesman is standing. And Alexiak, he's getting it now here, exactly why it is. And we're going to take a quick look here again at the replay. There's the Raider. He plays it back. Alexiak touches it there. That's 1, 2, 3. They come on. And he never really touched it, but did he? It looked like, though, the other Raider was coming onto the ice and didn't turn back right away. And even if he did. So, yeah, it's 6 minutes for that as we get ready to go here. Twisters power play number 2, 0 for 1 so far. It's a bench minor at 16:40. Charge to the Raiders for too many men. DeGrave with it. He'll play it all the way across to Carrolls. His shot through traffic on the one-timer won't go for Van Dynes. Van Dynes pressured by Clark into the corner and jamming at it. And Van Dynes gets taken down. Working with it to Weeb. He'll play it to DeGrave. And that gets played across. So Gallagher is going to serve the penalty for his team. I think is what they said. He's not the one, though, on the board. Gertson with the puck. He'll play it down low. Correction, as DeGrave with Van Dynes. Now DeGrave with the puck to Weeb. Weeb across to Carrolls. His shot through traffic gets deflected. Bouncing puck. Played by the Twisters. DeGrave, he'll play it to Gertson. And now to Carrolls. Cross to Weeb to Carrolls. Now to DeGrave. In on net and a little bit off. Weeb picks that puck up. To DeGrave, and Sutherland limps to the bench for a change. It's a delayed offside against DeGrave. He'll have to tag, and he'll go all the way to the bench as that gets cleared down the ice. And we got delayed offside going the other way from the angle that the Raiders entered in at the far gate. Meanwhile, Russell, he gets taken down and plays around behind the net. 90 seconds to go. And about 8 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Twisters don't even manage a shot so far, and they won't on the man advantage. And both these penalty killer units being top notch. Twisters had opportunity, could never fire or get anything on Savoy, as that puck comes behind Savoy and played now ahead by the Raiders. As we enter the final minute of the second period. Ends behind the net. Stick handles that puck back all the way to the near side to Gertson. Gertson clears it out. Twister's got a 2-on-1. Walking in, firing his orchard, rebound. Xander Kills couldn't get there. Twisters couldn't decide if they wanted to change or not, was Gertson. And that's going to cause Gallagher to go the other way. And he'll play that across and firing in our net, holding on for the whistle as ends. And we got stoppage in play. 37.7 seconds on the clock. As Whiteside rolls into the draw against Carrolls, coming here to the right of ends. And Whiteside wins that. White gets the play from Gerd. Gerd now gets it right back. Gerd, he gets knocked off by a couple twisters. And here they come going the other way. Cohen Thomas, and he couldn't do much with it. Whiteside plays it into the zone. 20 seconds to go. Twisters, they get it out of the zone just for a bit. Klippenstein works it ahead forward. Whiteside, here's a chance late, and he gets taken down. And the Twisters end the opportunity there, and a save made at the horn by Whiteside, and we got some altercations going down there. Some extra physical activity, and really going at it there. Jacob Carrolls, he wants to go at it with Klippenstein. As Carrolls is still pushing Klippenstein right into that door there on the far side boards. And Gerd comes in front of the referee, and the referees and the timekeeper get to have some fun here as they'll pull out the pen and paper and get possibly some stuff sorted out. Or they might give the timekeeper a break here. See how busy his pen will have to be as the ref skates over to him. I mean, Jacob Carrolls is probably going to go to the box, I'm guessing, along with Klippenstein, as Alexiak goes to talk to the ref, and no, they're just going to let it be. No, they're opening the Twisters' door. And we're going to see who's skating in there. Carrolls, he's talking to the referee still. I don't know if he's going to the box or not. See, he looks over there. No, he's not. Wood's going to go to the box. Oh, and it's Ends. Ends got the penalty. I don't know what it was for. And I don't have a replay of it. We'll see if we can see it here at the break. Power play here coming for the Raiders. And there's a little tie-up at the horn. So it's unsportsmanlike conduct on Ends. And here we can see if we can see it on the replay. As the team's still bickering about it here. And couldn't see much there. So the Raiders still bickering at it back and forth here, along with the Twisters. We got a one-goal hockey game after 40. No scoring in that middle frame, though penalties, 2 apiece on each side. Penalty killer is perfect, though saying that, the Raiders, they got a minute 54 of power play opportunity remaining on the Ends penalty going into the third and final frame before the end of regulation. And with that, we'll go again here. Look at our playoff bracket, and we'll give you an update of scores around the league. And before we do that, we'll give you a shot update here for the period also. Twisters ended off the period with 10 shots, giving them a total of 25 shots. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they also have 25 shots and total, so that gives them a period total of 16. And here's our updates on our Rempel Insurance out of town scoreboard in this one. It's the St. James Junior Canucks staying on top 4-2 as Transcona trying to battle back late in the third period, and they got just under half a period remaining to try and make a comeback complete in that one. Meanwhile, out in St. Boniface, as St. Boniface Reals have now expanded their lead to 4 unanswered goals. They lead that one 4-1 with 6 to go in regulation over the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins. And out in Charleswood, the Hawks were able to find the back of the net 4 times in the second period. They're up 5-1 over St. Vital with just under 90 seconds remaining in the second period of play. I'm your host, Bentley Brown, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll be with you shortly for the third period.
Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris, home of the thrilling Manitoba Stampede. Nestled as the central hub on Highway 75, Morris is more than a town. It's a thriving nexus of business and community, with new industrial opportunities ready to break ground. Join us and make Morris your next investment.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a gas bar, a home center, or a food store. A co-op is a group of people working together to help each other, to feed, to fuel, to build community. This is where we work. This is where we live. This is who we are. We are early risers. We are trusted neighbors. We are committed to serving you. We are Co-op.
Paul Brandt Trucking, a chance meeting years ago that turned into an incredible friendship. Turns out we have the same name. Now that's something that doesn't happen every day. But as I've had the opportunity to work with this exceptional award-winning company, I've come to understand that there is something that happens every day with Morris, Manitoba's Paul Brandt Trucking. They deliver quality. Paul Brandt Trucking has helped me to do business better. My trucking company of choice since they first appeared in the Convoy video. Their world-class fleet and personnel literally keep the show on the road, delivering our gear and stage production each and every night. Congratulations, Paul Brandt Trucking, on 50 years of traditional values, modern methods, and for service with excellence on every single run. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.
Saving for your child's education doesn't need to be stressful. Access offers a wide range of investment options to help you and your family's future, like a registered education savings plan. With the flexibility to deposit anytime throughout the year, you decide when and how much to contribute, making it easy to save for your child's education. Contact us today to start your savings plan so you can spend more time celebrating your child's future. Access Credit Union, where you need us to be.
And both teams set here to go for the third period. Goaltenders have been good through this one. 25 minutes of play without a single goal. Following the goal from the Twisters' leading scorer, Derek Weeb, way back in the first period. Alex Van Duins and Jacob Carrolls with the assists on that one. Meanwhile, the Raiders trying to get their power play unit going here. They got a minute 54 here of man advantage as Ents leads his team out and showed some little bit of a style in his last save, flipping the puck up, which the ref wasn't too happy about and thought that it deserved a penalty. A little bit of a showboating. And the Raiders have done good in this one, though, kept themselves in this one. We got a shot totals knotted up at 25 apiece, both after 40 minutes of play. So it should be good, and we'll see if they can get this penalty kill, this power play unit up and going here for Lasovino and his Raiders, along with Humanook out there. And same with Krautswitz out there as well, are the starting players on offense for the Raiders. Meanwhile, Weeb is out there with the Grave, and their captain, Jacob Carrolls, comes up at the line. On defense with them is Kyle Van Duins, who'll whap that one all the way into the zone, in behind the net. Weeb picks it up, and now played all the way back behind the net by the Raiders as the Raiders start their breakout here on the penalty, on the power play opportunity. My correction there, as Humanock plays that across. Now across to Alexiak. Alexiak, he'll play it to White. And there's an opportunity, and that won't go for Kukratswell. And we got a penalty coming up here. We can see, if we can see it here on the power play. And sorry for not flipping the screen. Timely manner. Couldn't really see much happening there, but needless to say, we got some 4-on-4 hockey here. So the Raiders' man advantage falls short, and we got 66 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. The Raiders making the most of it as they enter in the zone, and Gertzen goes crashing down with a couple other players. Minute gone here in the third period, and the Twisters a little bit off on that pass. Icing waved off. Good rush by them on the hustle. And there's a quick shot, and Savoy can't glove that one and hold on to it from Hepner as Bergman had the rush to beat out the right icing, played it right back to him. 35 seconds remaining on 4-on-4. As the Twisters will have approximately 54 seconds here of man advantage. Sorry, minute 50. Still jamming at it. Working with it. Now to Carroll's. And get my correction, it'll be 49 seconds of man advantage for the Twisters as that comes into the zone and starts now here. Back to Carroll's. He'll play it to Weeb. And here's the opportunity to Grave. He'll play it in down low. Van Dynes couldn't get a shot away. He'll play it to the Grave. Now back to Van Dynes. Back to Weeb. Shot through traffic. Oh! Oh, so close. It almost went in. And off the bar. It sounded, though. Didn't sound like it hit the bar. We'll have to look at the replay there. To Grave. He'll walk it around. 15 to go. Jamming at it in front. Weeb now. He'll control at the line. He'll play it to Carroll's. Carroll shot through traffic just wide. And now we got a whistle here. The net popped off the mooring. 3 seconds remaining on the man advantage. And here's the long-awaited replay of, we'll see if Weeb got his second of the night. It's going to be tough to see the puck there and know it. Could see there on that replay, you got to really slow it down, but it did not look like it went in. But it sure didn't sound loud if it did hit the crossbar. Jamming close down low as the Twisters. Power play has expired. Both teams' penalty kills staying at 100. Even though those last two were pretty short. As Humnock plays that in, 3 minutes gone here in the third. Orchard, he'll play it back. And here come the Twisters. They'll work it on the far side. And just throw that in. Orchard, a shot, hit the side of the net. And now an opportunity going the other way now here for the Raiders as they'll work it back. And Kuzik couldn't play the puck there, bouncing puck. Still working with it. And Van Dynes takes down his man, much to the displeasure of the Raiders bench. Russell plays it in around behind the net. And the Raiders Junior Hockey Club controlling here with the puck. As working through traffic is Kupachuk, and he draws a hook. Pretty easy call there. Power play number 4. And this has been a penalty filled, not even the first 4 minutes of the period. And we already got the third penalty. Well, besides the crossover one. And there's the hook right there. Pretty easy call. Against Carroll's Bergman. So that's the 9 of the 2. Raiders power play 0 for 3 on the night. Mind you, their one power play, like I said, was only cut to not even the better half of a minute. Here come the Raiders from behind their own net. Humnock through traffic, and DeGrave just plays it the other way as these penalty killers have had a great showing tonight and just not giving much as Alexak's going to get called on the ice, and he turned back the second. They said that, but he was just got to take another half stride and wouldn't have had that problem. 86 seconds here on the man advantage. And Santa Kills gets ready to set here. Shots this period are 3-0 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. Now working there on the far side off a couple sticks, and the Twisters just clear it down. Nice play there by Xander Carrolls. Still working with it now here. And that gets played ahead forward by Kuzik and into the zone. Kuzik now from his captain. He'll pick up the pace behind the net. Play it back to the point. Now Alexiak with it, walks in, down low. And Kuzik a little bit off of the pass there. As Kretschwitz comes out with the puck. Kretschwitz, he'll walk in and gets rubbed out at the line. And that puck comes all the way down the ice. 20 seconds remaining here on the Raiders power play. There's Clark. He'll play it in. And Schenkhoff couldn't do anything there with it through the traffic there with Shenchuk. And trying to center that. There's an opportunity. Firing just off the mark is Logan Clark as the penalty goes away. And with 6 minutes gone in the third period, we finally got some 5-on-5 hockey here for a decent amount of time. As Clark digging at Weeb. Weeb through traffic. He gets knocked off the puck. There's another shot. Bouncing puck loose in front. And the Twisters couldn't put her home. And Weeb, he'll play that one into the zone. Raiders. And they'll send it all the way down. And Gallagher gets called to the line for offside. 13:31 in the third period. Shots this period. 4 from the Penn Valley Twisters. 0 for the Raiders. We got totals of 29-25. It's the Penn Valley Twisters leading 1-0 on a goal from their scoring leader. Bergman set to take the draw for the Twisters. Whiteside, though, beats him in the duel. There's a quick shot by Poet. Down low, and that won't go. Raiders. Klippenstein now. He'll walk into the zone. Whiteside giving chase. Pressure by Kalen Russell, who gives him a nice bump behind the net, and Wood comes in with the physical play as well. As Gerd is there, too. Now picked up. White with the puck. He'll shoot through traffic, ends with Glovin, and hold on for a whistle at 13:04. So the Raiders haven't got much scoring opportunities, especially in this period, but they have sure kept themselves in this game, and the Twisters just couldn't close out on against Savoy. Enough to draw. White with it. He'll work it to Howden. Howden to Whiteside. And the Twisters play it right back in. Tobin Thomas got a loop around there at the line to tag up. Behind the net come the Raiders. Long stretch pass broken up by Jacob Carrolls. Whiteside walks in. Looking. Fires. He'll pop that one over the net. And the Twisters again get it out of the zone. Howden with the puck. He'll play it into Whiteside. And off the stick of Carrolls, a whistle blows. And some extra activity. And Carrolls has a guy ganging up on him from behind. And a couple of Twisters, I think, taking some shots at the back. Didn't exactly see who that was. That's Naked Bransing, the leading scorer. That was getting in there for the Seven Oaks Junior Hockey Club. And then Klippenstein, he'll get ushered aside. He might get ushered to the box here. No, he's just going to go to the bench. As the referees come here to chat, I don't think it'll be a penalty. I'd be very surprised. But they were ushering him all the way over there. 12:24 on the clock. 1-goal game. We got good playoff hockey atmosphere here in Morris. As Kupachuk wins gets the puck off of the draw win by the Seven Oaks Raiders. as he did not win the draw. We're now working it. Here comes the Twisters going the other way. Weeb jamming at it. And DeGrave takes a hard bump there. Nice play by the Raiders, who take the puck in around behind the net. And now loop around, deciding to go the other way. And that's picked off here by DeGrave. And Weeb, he just put it wide on that stolen pass there from Kupachuk. Kupachuk now here. And he'll work it to Fashak. Kupachuk now to Fashak. And they get it out of the zone. Not much more, and Dick plays it in. Karatsvotz, he'll get his stick on there, and Humanock will play it to Lasvo and into the zone. Now to Grave, going the other way with Joliker. Joliker walks in, goes through traffic, and plays some physical hockey there. And gets it right back as Lasvo will give him a nice little tap as he skates by. And here comes Humanock with the puck. And here comes the 3-on-2 for the Raiders, and the hit taking that out of the play, and the Twisters work it the other way now here for a 2-on-2, and a little bit of miscommunication there between the two younger Twister players out there. As Kupachuk takes it in the other way, Humanock giving chase against Gertson, and Gertson works it to Joliker, and here comes Joliker again, and he'll shoot it on net, and holding on for a whistle. He got snowed a little bit by Wood, as Wood and Joliker have had some 2-on-1 opportunities, and they're still going after Wood, and even continuing after it there was Savoy, as they did not like the spray of snow. And it's going to come out of the zone here. I don't know exactly why it would come out of the zone. And Raiders are not protesting, and I know they probably would like to know if they could. Still working with it. Clark now here with the puck. It's Cody Clark for the Pembina Valley Twisters. He'll work it to Carols. And that gets deflected by Senchuk. To Paulette. Now Senchuk picks it up, calms down the bobbling puck, and tries to work it against Carols, and he'll put that in around behind the net. Gallagher, he'll play it as he gets pinned by Hepner, who lost his stick. There's a shot in on net, and puts it aside. As we enter the back half of the frame here, Jacob Carols, he'll play it in. Comes all the way down to Clark, and Cody Clark puts that wide of the net. Bergman can't pick up the rebound, lays a nice hit instead, and Clark picks up the loose puck for the Twisters. Cody Clark working to Jacob Carols, his shot through traffic. Friendly fire there off the skate of Paulette. And the Raiders now get it out of the zone, try and go the other way. Working their way through traffic was Gallagher. And Clark getting a little bit in with it, with Halden. Raiders now with the puck on the near side. And they'll get it over the blue line there, white side. And he'll work it to Klippenstein. And Enns decides to freeze it at 9:03. So that'll bring a stoppage in play. And as we get ready here for the draw, Whiteside skates in. Off the draw, still jamming at it. Now to Orchard. Klippenstein. And Russell, he'll get it out of there. Kupachuk picks it up. Orchard now walking into the zone, looking, firing in on net, and holding on for a whistle of Savoy. And with that, we'd like to give a shout out and a happy birthday to Axel Skoglund from Morden, celebrating his birthday on Sunday, who is watching the Twisters game from his grandpa's home. So happy birthday, Axel. Off the draw, working into Klippenstein. And he'll one up his man with a big physical play there. Van Dynes plays it in on net. Savoy pushes it out of his crease and behind the net. Here they go, come the Raiders. He's trying to see who had the puck there. As Kratzwell, he'll work it ahead forward. Now working with it now here is Weeb. Weeb. He'll work at a clip and stop, or to Van Dynes. Van Dynes plays it just wide of the net. DeGray picks it up. Kretzwitz now with the puck. Long stretch pass, and icing waved off due to the good rush. Henry picks it up, and he just put that wide. Fuschuk started that off with a hard rush, and holds on for a whistle at 7:37. Shots are 32-28 in favor of the Penn Valley Twisters. Here's a look at that hit and that physical hockey play here. As one-upping his man in the skirmish down low was Goodbranson, who's yet to see any points here. As Clark fires that one, and Logan Clark, his shot doesn't get through traffic as ends went down. And now here's a 2-on-1. Poet with Bergman. Poet fires in on net and holding on for a whistle. And there's some extra activity going on there as Poet had a man going down after him. Savoy made the easy save. And I don't know who went after Poet there. And the Raiders is breaking it up. Looks like maybe 20 of Clark. Yeah, it was the 20 of Clark there. So having a little bit of problems there seeing the second digit on the Raiders jersey, but that is Logan Clark. He'll go to the bench here as the Raiders switch it up, same with the Twisters. And off the draw, Twisters win, but a good work there by Humnock to get it out of the zone. And it gets played right back in by the Pembina Valley Twisters. Behind the net, and we got a penalty coming, or a whistle. We got a whistle here. That net popped off that mooring again, the same mooring as before. And we talked about Zamboni, and it's a little issue there in the first intermission. Shouldn't have been the problem there. Definitely wasn't behind that net. And the ice makers, they'll have a look at that later to stop those issues from pursuing on. As Lodgeville, he'll play it in to Humnock. Humnock plays it in again on net, and that shot is swallowed up by Enns for a whistle at 6:56. Shots in the third period for the Pembina Valley Twisters. All right, sorry there, looking at my notes, I had the wrong notes there. Off the draw, still fighting with this, Cohen Thomas. And that comes in to the zone. And here come the Raiders as they work it out of the zone. Icing waved off. Jacob Carrolls picks it off, and there's a broken stick by Carrolls on the play. And that might have got hit by a high stick or a hand pass, and that's what's going to be called. Here's your shots. As looked over at the notes, that's from the previous game, because I was going to say the Twisters only have one shot this period. I know that's wrong. Shots this period are 6. That's still wrong there. 9 for the Pembina Valley Twisters. And meanwhile, 13 for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. There's your update. 6:29 on the clock. As Jack Alexiak gets set in the draw, Slade Sutherland beats him there as the puck dropped from the dot. And the Twisters send it all the way down. Icing nullified there by the linesman. He's going to say it got deflected. And here come the Twisters in tight to the shot by Gertzen, and a quick reflex is there by Savoy. He didn't even know where the rebound went looking around, but he got just his pad on it. And again, Savoy, who's had a decent night in this one, as the Twisters had a plentiful of high scoring opportunities. And there's another one by Gertzen, just deflected wide by Sutherland on Gertzen's shot. Jack Alexiak, he'll play it in for his Raiders before looking back and giving chase. His Ends works it now, and getting it over there is Gallagher. Gallagher trying to play it in at the line, and he'll wait as Gallagher will get in on the hit, as well as the linesman getting pinched in between the boards on that. Not a place where he wants to be. And Joliker just sends that one in on net before going for a change. Sutherland applying pressure behind the net. Great back check for the Twisters. As Dick plays that in, Weeb, he'll scoop that puck up as it comes into his skates before throwing it into the zone, and him and Van Dyne's chasing after that puck, along with DeGrave out there. There's the top line out there for the Twisters. Meanwhile, going the other way, Whiteside works the puck back, and there's a shot by Gerd, and it won't go, as Whiteside was in too tight there with Gerd, almost took away the shooting opportunity for him. And with that, Clark picks it up. Logan Clark, he'll play it into the zone to Gerd, and Logan Clark picks it right back up here with under 5 to go in regulation. Down by 1 for the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club. And working it out of traffic is the Twisters, and all the way out, Halden picks it up. Pressure by Clark, and Cody Clark, he'll take Halden out into the corner boards, and regrouping now with the puck is White from behind his own net. And he'll work it ahead forward for, it looks like Melstead there. As for Humnock out there with him. Humnock jamming at that puck. Clark now trying to center it, and that's going to get picked off here by the Raiders. And going the other way now, here comes Humnock. He's got Klippenstein with him. Humnock, he'll play it in around to Klippenstein via Melstead in front, and Klippenstein gets taken down in the slot. White with a shot through traffic, and a big block there was Clark on the block. Halden with the puck. Halden through traffic, and his shot whizzes wide of the net. Playing it in front there is Humnock. There's another shot on ends. He makes a save there. And Washville goes down in front of the net as Bergman goes and gives him another cross-check, bringing him down as the two nines continue the little cross-checking battle in front of ends. Halden plays it down low. Twisters break that up. 3:15 and counting on the clock as it is ticking. Getting near to crunch time here for the Raiders as the Twisters come out of the zone with the puck on the far side. And we might have a fight as Van Dynes takes a high stick there from Klippenstein, but Klippenstein decides he's going to go for a change instead. As Van Dynes plays it in. Weeb bats that one down, and it's picked up by Sunchuk. Now Weeb with it, and he gets knocked off by Alexiak. Alexiak has to walk the line there for Henry to step back onside. Alexiak still working with the puck. Pass to Grave, and another Twister gets his stick on it, gets it out of there. Was Hepner. And now the skirmish with Senchuk beginning here on the near side boards. Works down to the corner boards with Dick and Jack Alexiak working at it. Twisters now work it out, go to the far side with the puck. And they'll play it up for Van Dynes. Van Dynes plays it into the zone all the way around the boards. And now a turnover there in their own zone. A quick shot by the Twisters. Weeb jamming at it and nothing going there as Kupachuk turned that over in a dangerous opportunity. And here we'll look at Ends' couple saves here as he has really kept his team in it there lately. And the Twisters take it out, and was one of his saves there. And he definitely had a couple other ones that definitely one-upped it. On the draw, Carroll, he'll beat Whiteside, work it back to Hepner at the line, he'll play it in. 2 minutes on the clock for the Raiders, down by 1. Haven't seen any scoring since the first period. As Orchard, he'll work it to Xander Carroll, fires it on net. Savoy standing strong for his team, making his 37th save of the night. And we got great hockey. You guys can stay with us here on Sunday. We'll be live with you from the game from the Seven Oaks Sports Complex. If you can't make it out, that's a 2 p.m. start for Game 2. Twisters still working at it. Back to Van Dynes, and Bradley again missing the net on that one. He didn't get enough on that shot that he could. Kind of fanned on it. And the Raiders, they turn that one over to the grave, to Clark on the one-timer. Savoy holds on for the whistle. And there's a good opportunity from Clark, who hasn't scored much this year, but he's got a couple recently in these last 4 games. Has been definitely more of a points maker than he has normally through a regular season. And the Raiders bench calling for a timeout. The ref doesn't see it. Now the linesman, he's able to relay it to the referee. So they got a timeout coming here. 83 seconds remaining in regulation, minute 23 on the clock. Shots 39-31 in favor of the Pan Valley Twisters. They lead 1-0 on a goal from Derek Weeb, from Jacob Carrolls and Alex Van Dynes at the 15-minute mark into the opening frame. And that is the lone goal scorer of the night. So here are the Raiders here. You got to draw something up to get the puck out in the defensive zone. Savoy's going to be watching the play and watching the bench. I mean, not much to watch the bench other than maybe cues of the play developing that they can see standing up a little bit higher. But he's probably going to go right away, and we'll see their man that they want to put. I'm guessing it'll be Whiteside or Alexiak working there. Could be Henry. As guessing those are my 3 who would come onto the ice as the 6 men. Meanwhile, DeGraves set for the draw. Off the draw, the Raiders win the draw here. They control the puck behind the net. And now the Whiteside pushes ahead forward. Savoy follows the play up, but goes right back into his net as Weeb fires it in on him. And Weeb getting in a little bit of a tango up there with Krutzwitz. And now working at it off the stick here of the Raiders. Here's an opportunity for the Raiders. And Van Dyne's calling ends off. He goes and plays it. Man goes to the box for the goal. The goaltender goes to the bench. Jack Alexiak walks on and leaves the puck. Shot there just wide by the Raiders. And Alexiak left that for White, and now the puck hits the ceiling. Here's an opportunity. As the puck came right through the slot, there's Alexiak skating at the top of the dock, goes right by him to White, and that puck just missed by a couple of inches. So 36 seconds right on the dot. And again, Humnock doing his part, winning the draw. Can his team help him out here? White, shot in front, way loose. Humnock knocks it over the net, and we got a penalty coming. And we got an injured player here. It's going to be a power play opportunity. So the good and the bad is the Twisters have free range now to ice it with the empty net. 26.6 seconds. Here's a look at the replay here. And it's going to be Kyle Van Dynes to the box on a high stick, no cross-check correction there. And I didn't quite see it there. We'll bring it to you here. Here it is. And Lasvio, right there is Lasvio or White, and there he takes the cross-check. Very unnecessary penalty to take, especially at this stage of the game. Clock reads 26.2 seconds. Humnock in for the draw. Dick goes off for the Twisters. And Alexiak wins it. White also out there, and he gets knocked down there as the puck came to him. That might have actually cost his team the game there as he couldn't get a shot away. Humnock now with the puck to White. White through traffic. Ends makes the save, but the puck's still loose. Kretschwitz with the puck. Working. Past a man. And a big block there for the Twisters at the horn. And what a play there. Breaking that up is Hepner. It's the Twisters taking game 1 by a score of 1-0. And stay with us here for the 3 stars in tonight's hockey game. And, of course, following that, we'll have an update of how the postseason looks in the other series. But Logan Ents picks up the home win to start the playoffs. Savoy takes the loss. And with that, we go to our 3 stars in tonight's hockey game. And with that, the 3rd star in tonight's game from the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club. He ended off the night with a total of 38 saves in this one, kept his team in it, and held the opponent to only one goal against in this one. Your starting goaltender from the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club, ending the night even with the loss, though finishing off with 37 saves. Your third star from the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club, Owen Savoy. And your second star in tonight's game from the Pembina Valley Twisters. He worked hard, and he started where he left the regular season off, getting points whenever he could and making the most of it. With the lone goal in tonight's game, your second star from the Pembina Valley Twisters, number 14, Derek Wabe. And with that, we have your first star in tonight's hockey game for the Pembina Valley Twisters, picking up the win, a total of 33 saves, and getting the playoff shutout. His only his second ever shutout. Your starting goal there for the Pembina Valley Twisters, number 30, Logan Enns. Your final shots in this one, 39-33 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. Raiders end off the night 0 for 5 on the power play. Twisters 0 for 3. And here's a quick update of our scores around the league. In the other series, and it was the Canucks. They take game 1 at home in front of their home crowd 5-2. Meanwhile, out in St. Boniface, they had 4 unanswered goals, winning 4-1. Twisters here get the win 1-0. And the home teams continue on winning. The St. Vital Junior Victorias got one late, but could not come back from the 4 goals that they let in the second period. It was a 5-2 Charleswood Hawks win against the St. Vital Victorias. So the higher seeds all picking up the win first. And with all the home teams winning, we'll see you for live hockey action on Sunday at 2 p.m. from the Seven Oaks Sports Complex. And if you can't make that, we'll be with you live. I'm your host, Bentley Bratt, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. And it's the Pembina Valley Twisters taking game 1 over the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club by a score of 1-0 from a lone goal from Derek Weeb.